What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Legit. Hey man, I just got done watching the Mavs Timberwolves game live. You want to go to that reaction? It's probably gonna be the recommended video. But anyways, man, the Mavericks are up 3-0. Both teams in the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference are both 3-0s, bro. Sweeps would like literally beat me no NBA for a week. But anyways, man, I gotta see what the I usually only listen to the losers POV, but I gotta hear what everybody gotta say. I mean, I'll probably just only listen to the losers, but yeah, I gotta listen to see what they gotta say. I ain't gonna lie, Finch is gonna just talk. Luka gonna talk. I gotta hear what Ant gotta say. Cause Ant played hard tonight, bro. But it was really Cat. I gotta really hear what Cat had to say. They don't got Cat on here. They don't even got Cat. All right, we just gonna start off with Ant. Then I'll try to find Cat and Rudy and everybody else. Cause that was a nasty game, man. Nasty game for the Wolves, bro. They really had it.
Pretty positive. Trying to encourage everything. Kind of what's your mindset now as you try to?
Damn, he not even doing post games with Cat no more.
I mean, we ain't got nothing else to do. That's the only. We can't do nothing but be positive at this point. We can't be negative. You know, so try to get one win at a time.
The offense dried up the last 5 minutes.
We had good looks. We had a couple good looks. Missed them. The ball got stuck a couple times in my hands. You know, got to get off of it a little bit more, but yeah, we'll be all right.
And what is it about you that doesn't see a sky is falling when the sky appears to be falling?
I never think the sky's falling. I don't know. I'm always positive, always happy. Been through the worst, so the sky's never falling for me.
That's real.
Mike and Kyle, you guys got some offensive rhythm going together in that two-man game in the fourth quarter. What was working there that can kind of extend over to game 4?
Y'all can hear me? I thought we were just playing with a good pace. Like the ball wasn't sticky. Kind of playing with that 0.5 mentality where, you know, 2 dribbles, get off it, hit the pocket. That guy makes a play. Normally it was Kyle. Finding guys and just moving without the ball. When we play that way, we're a tough team to kind of gauge where to be at, where to load up on, who to load up on. So if we can move the ball like that, continue to have that continuity on offense, I think it'll allow our offense just to have a little bit more effectiveness, especially late game and when we're pressing for buckets.
Kyle, it seems tonight if you guys forced the ball out of Kyrie or Luka's hands, other guys were hitting shots early in the game, and then if you guard them straight up, they were hitting shots late. Just how tough has it been to defend these guys, especially in this game?
Yeah, those two are obviously really good shot makers, and when you get Derek Jones and PJ Washington and, you know, a lot of those other guys playing as well as they did, they're tough to beat. So just got to figure out a way to slow both of them down, and you know, Luka and Kyrie, and you know, as well as those other guys too. You know, they can't all play well like that. You have to pick and choose, and
Gotta pick and choose, man. Gotta pick and choose. So this is my game plan. You gotta let goddamn Derek Jones Jr. beat you at this point, bro. He shot 3 for 3 from the 3 tonight, but I don't think that'll continue, bro. Some lucky shots.
that, you know, we have to pick and choose, and that's what we're gonna do game 4.
Yeah, the dunk you had in the third quarter, did you feel at that time it maybe kind of galvanized the team a little bit? It seemed like it gave you guys a real shot in the arm at that time with the way you were able to
Nah, that dunk was filthy.
I mean, hell yeah, I hope it did, or at least I tried. You know.
Like schematically, the Dallas' defense has been really good for the last 2.5 months. Like the way you're talking about playing, like getting up the ball, you know, just moving it. Is that the best way to kind of render the way teams load up? Moot almost.
I think so. I think that you play into their hands when you hold the ball, when you dribble it out.
I know this has nothing to do with the post game, but I just realized Kyle Anderson got on Balenciaga and Mike Conley got on Louis Vuitton, bro. How do you owe that nigga know about all that dripping fashion, man?
We're fighting against the shot clock. I thought that was the issue we had a little bit tonight, where we were, looking up and we had 10, 11 seconds on the clock, and at that point you have to force something instead of just being in action early, playing with a little bit more, force going downhill and making plays, which we're capable of doing. And like I said, the last couple games we're more than capable of making these adjustments and making these reads, and it's just we got to want to do it. We got to want to do it every single time against a defense like this, who's very long, athletic, smart, and calculated in what they do.
We've seen a
Like
lot.
when you lose 3 games, like in very close fashion like this,
Damn, that dude got
as
cut
a
off.
veteran, can that seep into the minds of a young team when it gets down to 4 minutes left and it's a close game and you don't have the positive reinforcement that we can beat this team when the game gets close? Do you see that?
I mean, I could say it'd be the opposite. If you were winning those games, you would feel confident when you look up and you look, 4 minutes left and you've been winning the games. You're gonna think positive thoughts. And I think I can't speak for every person, but I'm sure we're looking up and say, how are we gonna win this one? How we got to figure it out. This is a moment of the game where we got to be tight and together and figure it out. Obviously, it's on our minds because for the majority of this series, I felt like we've given ourselves a chance. We've given ourselves leads. We've given ourselves opportunities, and we know what part of the game we need to be better at. And the part that's going to win us the game is going to be that fourth quarter.
The part that you need to be better at is getting Rudy Gobert off the fucking floor, bro. This dude cannot catch the ball. He has the worst hands in the NBA. Of course, he's decent defensively. You know what I'm saying? He can protect the rim or whatever. But, oh my gosh, offensively, he is fucking horrid to watch. Like, he's actually ass butt juice, naked ass juice.
For the three of you, especially, I think in the first half, maybe you're struggling maybe to score the ball a little bit, and I felt like Cat was especially more aggressive, and you were especially facilitating the ball around. Is there something you could take away from that third quarter to for your offensive rhythm, or just what was working there?
I don't think I was on the court, so it might be for y'all too. But no, just getting into our actions and getting good shots. We didn't shoot the ball as well as we would like to too. But in that spurt, I think we were doing a good job of getting into our actions, playing with pace. We obviously could play with a little more pace, but we were getting the shots we like. We just had to convert. That's just what it comes down to. Sometimes the NBA game comes down to making or missing shots, and we just got to make more shots and still work hard to get good shots. You know what I'm saying?
When you guys were in your two-man game and you're doing a lot of respacing, is it harder to respace when they're filling gaps and being a little bit tenser up there, or is it easier to respace, or is it just a different way?
What? Look at Ant. Ant's just like confused. What the hell did this dude just ask, man?
A little bit tenser up there, or is it easier to respace, or is it just a different way?
Even when we was respacing and we was getting to our spots, we just wasn't knocking shots down. So, I mean, at the end of the day, they're going to be in the gaps even more the more we miss. We didn't shoot the ball well from 3 tonight at all.
Yeah.
I didn't make one. Nobody shot well but Jaden and Mike from 3. And, and if we keep shooting like that, then they just going to keep being in the gaps. So no matter how we respace and get back out to the three-point line, if we don't knock them down, they're going to sit in the gaps all night.
What that box score stands out to you this evening?
31 to 17. They had 31 free throws. We had 17.
Oh no, not the refs. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Tony Brothers was making that game hard to watch. Like the referees stay trying to make themselves be the show. Like, bro, we came to watch the players, and the refs be giving people tech. He gave Kyle Anderson a tech. Like, it was just some lame shit, man. It was really some lame shit, man. But you know what I think Ant see on that goddamn stat sheet? Cat shooting 0 for 8 from the 3, and goddamn, what was it, 4 for 16? I don't even remember. Cat, man, I don't know what's going on with Cat. You gotta find that shot though.
The physicality that was emphasized in the second half of the season, it seemed like the refs were allowing you guys to play a little more hands, a little more with the body. There was foul trouble. I think you guys won a penalty with maybe 8 minutes.
Damn.
Is it inconsistency, Mike? You were in foul trouble. What did you see? How did you see? I won't say the game being called. I'm not trying to get you in trouble, but did you feel it being a little different tonight?
Man, you trying, ain't you? No, honestly, a lot of my fouls were fouls, I thought. But it's about consistency on both ends. Yes, that's all we asked for at the end of the day. If I foul, I foul the jump shooter. I've done it 2 or 3 times this series.
Call the hands on when Mike fouled and just call it down there.
That's all we asked for. It's just consistency. Yeah. And if
they
we
did
get
a great job tonight. We just asked for the same calls down there.
He's been throwing a lot of defensive attention at you all season, and especially in these playoffs. Why has that proven more difficult to overcome?
Like I said, I mean, we're not knocking the shot. Like, we've been knocking the shots down all the whole playoffs. Denver series, the Phoenix series, we was making our shots. So it's harder to, you know, do what you do when we knocking them down. But when we're not knocking them down, it's easier to crowd the paint. I was getting to the rim today, and it was just like 4 people in there, you know. So they make it tough, man. They did a great job. Shout out to them.
You had the same burst in the fourth that you did in the third?
Yep.
What do you guys have to do to get Carl going offensively in game 4?
I think Cat gotta just do a better job of getting back to maybe his old self, finding himself around the basket more, rim running, you know, taking advantage of mismatches. You know, he's obviously a really good.
I like how Kyle took that question for him.
Player, and he's big time for us. So, you know, we need him to get going. So it's our job to, you know, put him in the right position. And then the threes will fall. Yeah. But I think if he gets back to rim running or catching the ball on the block and, you know, taking his time and going to finish, they got nothing for him. So, you know, you just got to
find facts, bro. Cat's like 7 foot. What, PJ's like, what, 6'7"? Bro, he can really dominate if he really want to. He chucked too many threes, but he is one of the greatest shooting big men. That's what they say. Say he is the greatest shooting big man. So he does settle for threes, though, but he got to shoot some just to keep the floor space. But I really think this series is on Rudy Gobert, man. Hate me if you want to, but it's his fault. He's trash offensively. He been getting cooked defensively. I mean, I think it's his fault, but everybody got to hit their shots, though.
Put him in the right, you know, situations.
About Ant's leadership. He seemed really vocal after in the locker room, but what does that say about him that he's like trying to get you guys up?
No, it says a lot. You know, he's a guy that not only is trying to get guys going, keep guys positive, but he'll be on himself, be the first one to say, you know, he didn't have it or didn't bring it or didn't, you know, should have did this better, that better. So he's holding himself accountable. It's something all of us can look up to and look at ourselves in the mirror and hold ourselves accountable. To have him do that at 22 years old is impressive, and you know, we wouldn't be in this position right now without that kind of leadership.
Thanks, guys.
That's real, man. And man, all right, man. Do we want to really listen to the winner's side? I gotta hear what Finchie gotta say, man. All right, let's start from the jump. Damn, y'all going?
What made it so difficult to Kyrie and Luka down the stretch just to try to get any kind of stops against those two?
Oh yeah, I want to hear how he plans to defend these dudes, bro, because they get that man 33 each.
To the spots.
Well, not Finch, but his players.
You know, they're great players. Great. You know, they're just beating us one-on-one at the moment. When we committed multiple guys to them in the first half, we, you know, bled from the three-point line. So yeah, it's, you know. But I thought it was our offense that broke down more than anything. You got to try to score alongside of them, and we were, you know, the whole series we've struggled to close games. You know, these 3-minute games that we're playing, we're losing them, and you know, it starts with a kind of a mental breakdown on a left corner 3 by Washington when the game's tied. You know, and that gives them just enough breathing room.
Those dagger shots just ruin the whole momentum. Like when somebody hits a shot, like it just I could feel it. Like your heart just drops. Like damn, we should not have let that happen.
We didn't execute very well.
Even as a viewer,
open guy very well down the stretch.
You could feel it.
And when we had open looks, they were nowhere near going in. So that's been the story of the series.
Third quarter, the offense was really humming. What was the biggest reason you think for kind of
humming?
Quicker. You know, we got to the paint when the rim was open. We got to the kick out when the kick out was open. We just less holding. You know, we had we had some good, you know, some of our quicker decision makers out there. You know, that certainly helped it. So.
At this point, Coach, what can you tell the team to get them back into this thing? Is it just like, let's go home win one game, see what happens, or what do you do?
I mean, I just told them we keep fighting. We fight. We've been fighting all series. We're not going to stop fighting. I mean, we'll look at it. We'll build it back up. We'll be ready to go on Tuesday. See what happens from there. So,
please don't get swept, man.
Kind of had a breakthrough in the third, but it still wasn't enough to carry on.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to play like with that burst a little bit more. You know, that's what has been missing. And I think that was key to everything, and for us to kind of get some rhythm going our offense. We were able to get to the heart of their defense a little bit quicker. So
Maybe in the moment here, but is Ant learning something here in terms of how you have to play late in games, especially when Luka and Kyrie are doing some of the things that they're
every
doing?
player is different. Every player has different skill sets. Everybody's so you're not going to necessarily model your game after another player. But yeah, of course he's learning. My God, he's 22 years old, Western Conference Finals, got a lot on his shoulders. We expect a lot out of him. But yeah, this is what it is. This is a learning experience for him. But we're trying to win basketball games too. So just in general, we'll look at the plays that we did and didn't make down the stretch. And there just was some sloppy execution there too. I thought, in a few sets coming out of timeout. So we got to be better. I thought he struggled, of course. It's hard to watch.
Yeah, he said it's hard to watch. I don't think he meant it like that, but
at times, but he had enough buckets here and there. Kind of staying defensively in the second half. I was really pleased with the way he played. Rebounded pretty well. But yeah, he's struggling. There's no doubting that right now. So
3-point shooting for him over 8 is he rushing? Is he doing anything, or is it just a matter of shots just not going in?
Yeah, I thought the other day he rushed. I didn't think he rushed today. So just it's probably a question that's better asked to him because he's the one shooting him. Thought he got a couple good looks, and needed those to go down, particularly early in the game.
Why was Kyle so effective, do you think?
He's a smart offensive player.
Kyle Anderson, man. And see, man, that's me. I love them like them role players, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody love the stars. You know what I'm saying? The Ant-Man. Well, I like the Ant-Mans too, but like, you know what I'm saying? The role players though, like the Kyle Andersons, the Derek Whites, you know what I'm saying? Like the low key niggas that they really nice for real. Like, I need to get me a Kyle Anderson jersey, bro. That dude was nice.
Probably should have played him more.
Even in this, he was on the Spurs when he was on Memphis.
And just understands.
Wait, what did he say? He said he need to play who more?
He's a smart offensive player. Probably should have played him more.
Yes, sir.
To be honest with you,
give Kyle Anderson more minutes, man.
Just understands like what's going on in the game and how to unlock some good offense for his teammates, and then by doing so, he's crafty enough to be able to benefit himself. So.
This whole season has been predicated on your defense. Is it deflating just even when you take them right down to the last seconds of a shot clock and they find a way?
Yeah, we're not able to get stops. Our one-on-one, we haven't been very good. We're battling. It's tough to watch Jaden, man. Like, there's a lot of contact there. Luka dictates a lot of contact, and then we get a little bit of contact, and then
it's a foul.
He gets whistled for a cheap foul.
Exactly.
It's not a foul.
Exactly. They gotta stop babying Luka, bro. All these damn free throws. Let's watch some ethical hoops, some physical defense, and let them go to work, man. I'm sick of that, John, man. All these foul calls, man. Let them boys hoop, man.
And Ant's trying to go by people, and it's the same amount of body contact that he doesn't get that whistle. So, it's frustrating. So we got to play with the smarter physicality and. But we gotta find a way to get stops down the stretch. So.
Chris, defensively, how much like Luka and Kyrie try to attack the basket, but it seemed like Dallas got a lot of open corner threes. They was the tough balance of just wanting to try to clog paint, but then leaving your man open on the wing.
Yeah. Yes, we came out. We were going to be aggressive on those two guys. They threw the ball around. They made a lot of great plays, and then all the other guys started throwing in threes. So. It's been tough for us to try to navigate that. We're kind of been picking our poison here a little bit. So, and at times in the game, you got to do different things. So,
it's been a thing, especially with lineups. Like, it seems like if you go with more offensive lineup, they go on a scoring run. They try to put more defense out there. That offense can come tough to come by. A
little bit. It doesn't feel so much like that. There might be
what's wrong with the audio, man?
There might be times when they certainly when we pull Rudy off the floor, they kind of put their head down and get to the hoop.
Oh, stop!
But
Mike out there and not defensively right now, stuff like that.
Yeah, again, it's there's a lot of physicality on the ball, and
switch. Some of
we were going to like that from Trump. It was week 4.
probably missed some, but the audio is too bad. All right, Luka, what you got to say after dropping 33 on them Bulls? What the? It was froze. I be wanting to hear what Luka got to say after he
Luka,
he
how's it
trashed
feel to
talk.
be up 3-0? No team has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit in the finals. How does that feel?
Don't even say it, man. But it feels great. But we gotta think about next game. Gotta play with the same mentality. They're not gonna go away, no way. So need to prepare for the next game. We just gotta think about next game.
Like that
Guys do
mentality,
in the
Luka.
fourth quarter that'll hold them to 20 points.
Execute our game plan. Me and Kai have the ball. Everybody contribute. PJ with the big three, Gafford with a big and one. So everybody that was on the floor did amazing.
Yeah, that was
Luka,
that fourth quarter was
late
crazy.
in the game when it's close, you know you've got you've got Kyrie. What's your feeling, what's your confidence like in those situations?
A big confidence. We have, like I always say, great team. A lot, not just me and Kai, other players on our team are capable of making that shot, whatever it's a three or a layup. As you saw, and I said, PJ with the big three, Gaff with an amazing and one. So we have big confidence in ourselves.
You got a little rest there to start the fourth quarter. Kyrie was cooking at that point. What are you thinking as you're watching that?
I got rest?
Early in the fourth.
Oh, yeah. About 2 minutes.
Right, where Kyrie scored like 7 points.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. That's why.
Unbelievable.
They call him, some people, Mr. Fourth Quarter, right? Just amazing. He scored, what, 33? And how many he scored in the fourth?
12 and a
Felt
fourth.
like 20.
12 and a fourth, man. That's
Yeah,
the king
it's
of the
amazing,
fourth
you
right
know.
there, man.
He's born for this situation. He's born for the clutch situations. So we just give the ball to him.
On everything I love, Kyrie was born to hit these type of shots, man. I remember watching it live, bro. 2016 Finals Game 7, man. That step back on Curry, man. That shot literally changed my fucking life, man.
Luka, when Derek went out with the head or the neck injury, it changed the kind of complexion of y'all's defense at that point, especially when Gafford got his third foul. Do you have any concerns about that going forward if he's not going to be able to play in Game 4?
We have to have next man up mentality.
Next man, for
obviously.
sure.
He's an amazing player. He helped us so much in these playoffs and in the regular season. Obviously, we're going to miss him if he can't play, but we got to have next man up mentality.
Luka, you guys, for obvious reasons, look happy coming off the court, and you're obviously uplifted now. But I wonder how hard it might be to kind of keep an even keel, with the work not being done yet.
I mean, shouldn't be hard. Obviously, we're up 3-0, but we just gotta focus on the next game. Just like if it's 0-0, we gotta think it's 0-0. We gotta go out there because they're not gonna go away easy.
Luka, good day for Slovenian sport. Who's bigger, you or Pogačar?
Sorry?
A good day for Slovenian sport today. They won the
Yeah.
Giro.
The Giro d'Italia.
How do you explain this tiny little country?
Yeah, I mean we are a little country, but there's a great sportsmen all around our country, so we're proud.
Nice. Slovenia, go, man.
Luka in the back.
Shout out to all my Slovenians.
Oh, hi, over here. I'm just wondering, Kyrie has obviously been to the finals before. He's won a finals. How much have you learned from him, just going through these playoffs and the way he performs in these games and throughout this partnership you've formed?
A lot. Right now we were winning by 9 the last possession. I told him I'm tired of shit. And he told me that's the way it's supposed to be, And it's just he brought that calmness to our team, to me, the maturity, and it's been unbelievable to have him on our team. Just learning from him every day, positive energy always. So just a blessing having him on our team.
Where do you think that calm comes from within him?
He just got that aura,
I
man.
don't know. We should ask him that.
Don't start with this.
That's a question for Kai.
Faltando 7 minutos en el último cuarto, juntaste al equipo, a los 5 que estaban en cancha y les hablaste. ¿Qué les dijiste en ese momento? Porque creo que fue clave para
don't understand, my friend.
mantenerse.
Sabemos que hay otro teatro y
Line, you 26 of 31 from the
así ganamos el partido.
Luka, you guys went 26 of 31 from the free throw line right here. You guys went 26-31 from the free throw line. You specifically 8 of 10 from the line. I know Jason emphasized after the last game to make our free throws. Just was there an asserted effort to get to the line tonight and knock those down?
We were just trying to play aggressive, getting downhill. They have one of the best teams for protecting the rim. But if you go aggressive, they're gonna foul you or let you go. So we gotta keep being aggressive in the paint.
Luka, obviously you talked a little about Derek, his importance. Was there a sense in the team of just wanting to make sure you won it for him?
Yeah, I mean, I went back there and I told him we got your back, but he was pretty shaken up. So I hope he's gonna be okay, man.
I know you guys are a team, but in a situation like that where you're down.
Not only are they missing Derek Lively if he's out, Maxi Kleber too, who could space the floor and shit. So yeah, I need everybody healthy if they win, because they got to take down them Celtics, man. I do not want to see Tatum get a ring.
A key starter, you have Maxi out. How much do you just know going into a fourth quarter that it falls on your shoulders as much as anybody else?
I mean, yeah, those are two big players for us, especially energy-wise. They give our team a lot of energy. So we just go out there. Like I said, we have to have next man up mentality. Injuries are part of sport. They're terrible, but they're part of sport. So we just got to have next man mentality.
I believe you had 5 steals and 1 block. What did you see out there? Like, you pulled the chair in the post and to force a steal one time, and you tied up a loose ball. Just what did you see out there to make defensive plays like you did?
Just trying to bring energy to our team. I think in the third quarter, Anthony Edwards got it going. We kind of had to stop him.
Yeah, that dunk was crazy.
Just gonna trying to bring a lot of energy on defensive end, which is gonna win us games. Thank you.
Alrighty, Luka. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to hear about you, Jason Kidd. Low key, I gotta hear Cat and Rudy, and then I'm gonna probably wrap this up. PJ.
Looked like it was clear that you guys were gonna win.
Man, it was a bunch of love from the city of Dallas. I mean,
nah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. It's all love, PJ, but I ain't trying to hear that, buddy. Kyrie,
we talked to Luka earlier about your performance in the fourth quarter. He said you were born for these moments, called you Mr. Fourth Quarter. So for one, I guess, what does it mean to hear your teammate talk about you like that? And in the fourth quarter, is it just something as simple as does a switch flip on for you? Like, why are you so comfortable in these moments?
I appreciate his words. Luka's funny, man. I feel like we're both born for this, if you ask me. But it's just basketball, man. It's you got to give the game what it needs at times, and I felt like in that fourth quarter we had a good run going, and those guys were pressuring the basketball up the floor. So when we got into the paint, I felt like we just had to convert, get a few stops. We were playing back and forth game for a little bit with them, but I had confidence in our guys when we got stops in that fourth quarter and we got on transition. We just had to continue to push and get some easy ones, and then down the stretch, that's where we make our money, man. Since All-Star break, we've been up there with some of the top teams in the league. We're finishing clutch games. We have a great clutch record. So I think we have that poised now, and we're showcasing just our skill sets out there that a lot of teams have to guard. The depth that we have, a lot of teams have to guard each one of us, and you got to pick your poison. So in the fourth quarter, when I'm being aggressive, I know it opens opportunities not only for myself but for my teammates.
Kyrie, you're known for being a historian of the game right here.
Thank you. I'm one of few. I'm one of the few that are actually a historian of the game my age. Yeah, go ahead.
Historian.
With teams being 154-0, undefeated, when they go up 3-0, just what's the significance of that stat? How does that feel, just being 3-0 in this position right now?
It means absolutely nothing right now. That's not even something I'm thinking about. Going into Game 4 is still 0-0. And that's the type of motivation and mentality we have in that locker room. It's not just me. We feel like the job isn't finished, and we're going against one of the greatest teams in the world. They still have the capability of beating us on any given night, and we have to treat them like that. So, it's a time to celebrate after the game, but once I get up here, it's on to the next thing and thinking about my recovery work, putting my kids to bed, watching film, and
just getting ready for this war, man. War-like battle that's gonna come next game. So gotta appreciate where we are, but at the same time, don't take it for granted and don't take the other team for granted because they're pretty sure they're gonna watch this interview. They're gonna study all our habits and see if we, lay down a little bit and get comfortable. I don't want to get comfortable at all. I want to push forward even more so and have our best game 4, and live with the results after that.
Yeah, Kyle.
Katie, in the fourth quarter, you don't show any emotion. You stay focused on it all the time. And how do you manage to stay in the zone for so long?
Yeah.
Stay in the zone, hermano.
Thanks for speaking. I know you're giving your best. The fourth quarter is, it's just you get a chance to see your competitors' emotions. You get to see what they're made of. You get to see the plays that they run in the clutch, and it's just a chess match. So I think that's the approach I take throughout most of the game, but especially in the fourth quarter. When the game is in the balance, they're taking the lead, we're taking the lead. There's a few foul calls that are called that slows the game down. But you just got to pay attention to all the little things. And, I feel like you put yourself in a great position. And also, when we come into our huddles, whether we're on the floor or whether in timeouts, we are constantly communicating and we're constantly giving each other that reassurance and confidence that, we're a good team too, and we got to finish the job.
Kai, you mentioned Luka's also born for those clutch situations. What do you see that makes him uniquely suited to be a closer, especially at this stage?
I think he's shown it over and over. Whether he's made them or missed them, he's taken them, and that's the confidence you need to have, especially in those clutch situations. You got to have that confidence, and you can't be thinking about anything else other than your mechanics and your fundamentals, and putting us up ahead to give us that separation, to give us that peace of mind. When he's getting it going and he's making threes or he's driving to the basket, and he's getting to the free throw line, it creates opportunities for all of us. And when he gets it out in transition, he starts going, and we see Luka get up, down, and get into his Luka sprint. That makes a big deal for us, and makes a big difference for us, and makes my job a lot easier, especially when I'm coming in transition and those guys are a little tired. So, again, we don't play your turn, my turn, but when we get those opportunities to push in transition or get Luka ISO on the wing or at the top of the key, it's our time to take advantage of it.
Kyrie over here. Y'all have gone up against, 2 of the top 3 seeds in this playoffs. You guys look like you're the favorite, though, like the way you're playing, just so much confidence. What goes into that mentality?
What exactly are you?
Just a confident mentality despite being an underdog in a lot of the series that you've played.
If you look at our regular season, I don't think it tells the whole truth of who we are, or who we were. I felt like, the second half of the season, everybody got to, kind of see what we were made of. But if you look at the beginning of the season, we were on pace for having a great season still. I think we would have finished 1 through 3. That's playing hypotheticals, if I don't get injured, or if Luka's not laboring a little bit, or if we don't go through kind of those big transitions that we had in the season where we had lineup changes. So I take all that into account when I look at who we are now. We've grown over the past few months. This has been a journey for us, and I like to think that being in 5th took some pressure off of us coming into this postseason. Everybody was looking at the top 3 seeds, so I felt like we snuck in there a little bit and surprised a few teams. But the guys in the locker room have always had that utmost confidence in one another, and when we started getting into some tough games and we were able to battle it out and come out with some wins, I think that really sparked a new confidence for us. Guys making tough shots towards the end. I think you guys remember that Cleveland game, right? We, now it's in Cleveland history. It had to be against me, but I look at my teammates and I'm telling them, I was so pissed we lost there. And but I want them to remember that, what that felt like, where we took our foot off the gas pedal a little bit, and then Max Strus hits a 59-footer, breaks our heart, and we go and lose in Indiana. So some of those moments, I think, that could have broken our team really made us who we are, and I'm grateful for these guys just continuing to battle and our coaching staff getting us prepared and upper management doing a great job just feeding us confidence. So it's a full team effort.
Kyrie, hi. You've been in the game quite a while. You've been around great players, great teams, and just at this point in your career, your kids?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are they good?
Yeah, they're good.
Okay. At this point in your career and just honestly in your life, what do the Dallas Mavericks mean to you, from the coaching staff to the guys that you get to call teammates?
I feel like it's a great chapter that's being written right now. I'm enjoying every step of the way. I'm not taking anything for granted. I'm enjoying the hot weather right now. I'm enjoying the Dallas community and the fans here. And, we talked about this early in the season, just how much I felt embraced. But I think it's going a little deeper than that. It's really helped me grow as a human being and find my peace out here. It's good to breathe fresh air, get outside. It's seasonal depression is real when you're growing up north. I spent 12 years in the Eastern Conference, in 3 cold cities that deal with 4 seasons. So you come out here and you're able to get outside and ground yourself a little bit more and spend some time with your family, watch your kids run outside, and wife's happy. They know what they say about a happy wife. Happy life. So I don't take those things for granted. It comes with it, and we're laughing about it. But on a serious note, I've just been able to grow and understand that all these things don't happen without a lot of the work that goes unseen. Just doing the inner work, doing the spiritual work, and enjoying the game and putting that in perspective as well. Feels good.
Kyrie, over here to your right, thank you for your time this evening. We've talked to you about being a leader on this team, right? A multitude of times, so it's not a new conversation. I love it. I love it. Well, how do you navigate the complexities of being a leader? Because we know it doesn't always look the same way every day. How do you navigate knowing when to push, when to pull, and everything in between?
We throw around that word leader and leadership so often, especially in this industry. I genuinely feel like, leaders are chosen sometimes, but leaders emerge out of the group too. And, when you get that role or people start calling you a great leader or start asking you about leadership, you got to understand that when you're in that position, failure is going to be part of it. Making mistakes is going to be part of it. And, almost like embarrassment is part of it too, because sometimes you're going to get it right and sometimes you're going to get it completely wrong. So I think I've come to a place in my life where I've just accepted it. This is what comes with it. The thing that I always think about when I am leading the guys with some of the other leaders on the team is just protecting them and allowing them to fail too and feel what pain feels like too. So I think all these words that we're throwing out are just words, but when you're in the middle of it and you got to figure it out and you don't have it all figured out, that's when you're made, right there. So it feels good that I have the support system, though. I'm not doing this alone. It's never a lonely job. I used to think leadership was just about me, and taking on the brunt of all the responsibility. No, that's not even close to it. You got good people around, good family, good friends, and they love you unconditionally. Anything's possible in this world.
Harry.
Another one?
Harry, it feels like especially since the trade deadline, that you guys keep finding new ways to win. You learn to win with defense. You learn to win when players are out. The first 2 games of the series, you learned to win even when you weren't hitting threes. Tonight you guys lost. Didn't have Derek Lively for a lot of the game. Jason Kidd said it was going to be about shot making down the stretch. Is there a through line that runs through all of this? Ability to keep finding different ways to win, even if it looks very different than the.
A through line? What do you mean?
A through line or a theme? Like what's the cause? In this roster. And this team?
You got some. Yeah, you got some. As we say, we got some bad MFers in that locker room, man. We got some guys that don't care about doing the dirty work and doing the little things for us to win, and have always preached selflessness in our locker room. And this was before I even got here. So when I got here, the culture was still being birthed a little bit. And, you look at their success before I got here, Western Conference Finals, and then me and Luka get together. And, we're trying to figure out our tandem. And then we come into the season. I think a lot of us took that as motivation and wanted to be in the best shape possible. And I think that's what's allowing us to be in the situation or the circumstance we're in now. We're in great shape. We're conditioned mentally and emotionally. And, we've worked on our strategy since the All-Star break. And I think that's helped. We've built trust. And every day that we go into practice, we actually hoop against each other. We play. Not a lot of teams still practice hard. So I think we're very old school in our mentality. And when we're led by Jason Kidd, he reminds us that the older eras that came before you, man, just go study them. Go watch them. Go study some of the greatest to play, and not the greatest to ever score, but the greatest to play games. The Robert Horrys, the Scottie Pippens of the world. Go study some of the guys that don't get recognized as the main guy. You know what I mean? And once you play that role and you get used to it, I think winning becomes the most important thing. So we just want to be remembered as a great team and not just great performers and individual accolades. You know, that'll come, but we just want to be remembered as a great team that put defense first.
I was asking Jason about kind of what makes you and Luka work so well. And one of the things he said was your willingness to be kind of a second, be a 1B on this team. Is that a role that you feel like you've always been?
He said a 1B.
A 1B. Okay. Well, is that a role you've always been comfortable accepting, or is experience, age, all you've gone through made fitting into this role a little bit easier?
To be honest with you, I don't care. At this point in my life, being a 1A or 1B or being seen as a second option, I leave that for the words that everybody throws around. I just look at it as just winning basketball, doing the little things, what it takes, man. And, ever since I was young, I've always felt like I'm one of the best in the world because I'm able to play with other great players. I don't ask for the ball, I demand it. I will play defense. I will do all the other things that don't show up in the stat sheet, and that's always what I've wanted to be remembered as. Everything else that people have thrown on my career has been up to them and what they've seen, and I have to take that. I have to take that fair criticism. But how I feel as a person when I go out there is a confident MFer that will play with the best of the world. I don't care who's out there. It could be Wilt, MJ, Steph, Bron, whatever team. And I feel like, if I get a few of my friends from around the way, hey, we might not have a chance that day, but, I think just enjoying the game and the competition is what comes with it. So that's really what I'm getting at. It's just enjoying the competition and enjoying, the failures and the success that come into.
Right here, Kyrie. Last question or another question. I appreciate it.
I put my
my bad. I apologize about that. So, of course, you're a student of the game when it comes to history. How do you just take in, the accolades when people talk about you and Luka as possibly the greatest backcourt in NBA history? Thank you.
Who said that?
It's a lot of talk about that. It's a lot of talk that you and Luka are possibly the greatest backcourt in NBA history.
I mean, it doesn't mean anything if we don't win a ring together, and I say that very responsibly too. Not saying that we aren't great now, but there are other backcourts that are more deserving right now for that recognition. And I think once we put a good run together and we could look back on it and reflect on it, then that'll be our time. But right now, I want to show a lot of respect to the guys that have come before us and have actually did it. And our time will come. We just got to keep putting in the work and continue to feed each other that positive affirmation, energy, and we'll go from there, man. But right now, we're just focused on enjoying the moment, enjoying how well we're playing as a team. And, you're seeing some special basketball from me and Luka, but we wouldn't be here without our teammates. So full-on team success, man.
That's great, man.
You guys get home safe. Enjoy Dallas.
Nice. Kyrie is just a great man. Cat post-game interview, man. What Cat got to say after that trash performance, man? Where is Cat? Here you go, Cat. What's up, Cat?
3-0. Can this team come back?
We have to. We have no other choice. So
I hate when they ask these dumbass questions. Can his team come back? What the fuck you want me to say? No, we lost. It's over. Like, come on, bro. Stupid ass question, man.
Can this team come back?
We have to. We have no other choice. So just gotta go out there and play.
Closing the games has been the issue. What's the problem?
Credit to them. They hit shots when they got to hit shots, and for us, we're just not hitting the shots when we got to. It's tough. It's tough for sure.
How did this feel different? How did it feel similar to 1 and 2? All three came down to the wire.
Deja vu, because we come out again with the loss. So we've been so good at getting those wins when we have these kind of games, and I don't know. It's just unfortunate. We can't win the games when we need to.
You're having a tough time shooting right now. Like, just what are you feeling out there with?
I feel every shot's good. I'm shot a lot of basketballs, in my life. So I'm the first one in the gym. I definitely am working. I'm shooting. Every time I shoot, it feels good. It's just having these very unfortunate bounces all the time. It's annoying. Last game, first shot of the game goes in, out, in, out, in, out. And this shot, I get my first free throw, it goes in and out like that. So I don't mean to smile, but I just gotta laugh at it right now because it's very disappointing.
Is there more pressure on the offense right now, just given that your defense is having so much trouble getting stops? Like, you have to match them.
I think that just for us, we wanna win, and you gotta score against a team like this, especially. So, I don't know. We're trying to score, trying to best to shoot our best, especially myself. Take accountability. It just the game's not fun, when it's going like that. But we have a chance. We still have a chance to do something special.
There's something about the nature of your looks late in the second and the third compared to the first and the fourth that you could point to in terms of, obviously you were really productive in that stretch from late second through the rest of the third.
Stopped shooting. Just started going really aggressive downhill. Became a slasher. Put me in spots where I was getting the ball in the mid-post, Dallas action, and I was just kind of utilizing that kind of 1-2 step to the basket for my advantage. Like I said, I know I'm putting. I gotta laugh. I'm putting up to 1,500 shots a day.
1,500?
Shot so well all playoffs. Confidence extremely high, and to be having these unfortunate bounces and these looks that are just not going in, it's tough. It's tough for sure. I'm glad. Confidence-wise, I just got to keep shooting.
Carl, a week ago, you guys wrapped it up in Denver. What's missing? What's the missing ingredient in this series that you had in Denver?
We played some unbelievable defense, so I think that translated to us having a little better offensive possessions, transitions. It's just we're just not playing the defense that we need to, and it's both. It's one on us, and two, a testament to them and their coaching staff. Game planning against us. We just got to do a better job, and including myself, and just find ways to win.
Carl, is it, given that you guys have built your whole policies that's on your defense, is it more deflating when that's what's kind of holding you back right now, when they just can't, they seem to have every answer for what you're talking about?
It's our calling card. That's what's got us here. So obviously we're all disappointed that it's something that when everything's been going wrong, I think offensively for us, all of us have had struggle shooting, making shots. We usually always fall on our calling card, which is defense, to save us, and it just hasn't. We just haven't done enough to win the games and play, the defense that we know and everyone knows us for. It's tough. We found ways at the end of the games to play defense the way we know how to, and it's kind of saved us when we also weren't hitting shots, but. They got to give credit to them as well. They hit some tough shots when they needed to.
Before the series, Ant said that he thought that you guys had a stronger team after all that happened today. How do you feel about you compared to the Mavs?
I feel that I think was the statistic that we've led almost 80% of the time in all these games, but it's just that 20%, it always seems to be the fourth quarter and stuff like that where they're finding themselves winning the game and they close it out. So we gotta just figure out the puzzle, and it's unfortunate now that we're trying to figure out the puzzle at 3-0, but it is what it is. No one's gonna feel sorry for us. We got to go out there and find ways to win games.
Carl, I got confidence in you, Carl. You're going to be better, hopefully, next game. Look at the comments, man. Can't wait for this guy to get traded. I don't want to hear it. Trade this man. It's tough. Hit shots. Go out there and play. Keep saying we, but no ownership. What about I, Cat? I knew he was finished when he said he just wanted to enjoy the Game 7 win in the semifinals. Just a brutal series. They look like they have no answer. It's over, baby. Self-proclaimed best big shooter of all time and 2022 three-point contest winner is 3 for 22. Minnesota got to be cursed sports-wise. Damn, bro. They in the comments clowning this dude, bro. Thanks for the last 8 or 9 years, Cat, but you will never win a championship and you gotta go. Might as well just let Denver win because this is fucking embarrassing. Yo, bro. Why are they doing this, man? This is crazy how they talking. Who else? What Rudy got to say, man? Getting his ass torched out there, bro.
Rudy down 3-0. Does this team have what it takes to get back?
Dang, bro, they didn't even let this man dress up. They just got him right out the shower.
I think this team doesn't quit. So now it's about just keep being who we are until it's over, you know, and try to get one and go from there.
What's the problem with closing it in the fourth quarter right now?
Rudy has no offensive back.
It's a good question. We watch the game, see all the things that we think we can do better. You know, I think, we weren't able to get it going in the last few minutes. So ended. Obviously, Luka and Kyrie made some big time plays on the stretch too, which we know they can do. But we gotta be better for sure.
Rudy, your season has been built on great defense all the way through. Is it even more deflating to lose these games when you just can't seem to kind of come up with the stops that you need to down the stretch?
For sure. You know, we gotta. Once again, those two guys and that team is unique, but we definitely can do better. You know, we've shown that we can do better for those 3 games. You know, we just gotta be able to do it consistently. And you know, tonight we got some great moments, great stretches, and we had some stretches when we weren't as great. You know, so once again, man, then we'll see in the video tomorrow. Get together, see all the things that we can do better as a team. But you know, we're gonna keep fighting. That's for sure.
Seems like they force you to kind of make a choice between giving the corner 3 and kind of coming in, or getting out to that. Has that just been really difficult to cover both of those things?
I mean, you know, they're making the right play. So, you know, they got 2 guys that bring a lot of attention, and then when those 2 guys are willing to, you know, just make the right play, it forces us to work a little more and then give up something. You know, so we try to work through that. I thought we played some really good defense for the most part of the game. But
you know you didn't, buddy.
You got to be able to do it for 48 minutes.
Rudy, is it a matter of just correcting the simple mistakes? Do you feel like some of those mistakes were corrected today, or is it a matter of them just being on their game so well?
I think a little bit of both. You know, they made some great plays exactly when they needed them, and for us, we had a few breakdowns that hurt us. You know, and you know, basketball is not a perfect science, but we gotta find ways to raise our level when it matters. You know, in the last 6 minutes, everything's gonna be on a higher level. You know, our focus on everything's got our execution offensively. You know, everything should go up instead of going down, and we've done it. You know, we've done it in the past. So just gotta keep trusting one another. Keep, you know, individually look at all the things that we can do better, and then collectively just keep being who we are.
Has the opponent been as clinical in basically carving up your weaknesses when you guys are on defense? Like if you double and they hit the corner, if you go to the corner, they get to the rim. I mean, has it been like a pick your poison a lot more than usual?
That's the way it feels. But we also have some really good, really positive things out there. You know, it's just that we need to have those in the last 6 minutes of the game. You know, that's what it comes down to in the playoffs. You know, first 2 games we've been up 80% of the time. You know, and it's those last 6 minutes when we gotta raise all of them.
How do you feel about that, the game in comparison to 1 and 2? How do you feel about this game in comparison to games 1 and 2?
I mean, every game's been different. You know, tonight we were down for the most part of the game, and then we came back. You know, playing, running and getting stops. playing the right way, and then they closed out the game to win it. So it's every game's been different, but in a way, I think every game we got to be better down the stretch. That's what it comes down to, and that's what great teams do.
Last round, Chris Finch said that something he was reminding himself, and I think reminding you guys, is that our best is better than their best when it comes to Denver. Do you have that same type of belief going against this Dallas team?
I think we have that belief against anyone, but it's we are our worst enemy every time, and it's a great thing, but it can also be a thing that that's not great if we when we beat ourselves, and obviously these guys are a really good team, and they also will beat you like they did tonight in the last few minutes. But we truly believe that if we just stick to who we are, which is a defensive team, and we just make the right play offensively, we give ourselves great chances to win any game against anyone.
All right, that's what Rudy had to say, man. God damn. Rudy Gobert's a DPOY. Now it's time for him to prove it in game 4. We never quit. Wolves in 7 might be cooked, not gonna lie. Stop with that BS, Rudy. You don't deserve a DPOY award. It's really BS when NBA give you that award. You can't even read the ball where it was going 3 games in a row, you fraud. Kitty and Yogurt, aka the why they hating? Oh my gosh, bro. This is crazy how they be talking in the comment section, man. Naz Reid.
Naz, where do you guys go from here?
Same. We want to win. This ain't over. It's first to 4. Nobody's feeling sorry for us, so I think we're gonna keep competing and keep doing what we do.
You guys made a run the third quarter. Did you think that was going to take it to the end?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just simple. Shots didn't fall. They converted it. I think we'll be all right, though. Still, like I said, it's first to 4, so I don't really think we're worried. I mean, we've been in a situation before, and I think if anybody can win 4 straight or something in that scenario, I think it would be us.
Okay, I like the confidence, Naz.
Denver that you don't have here?
Maybe just slow starts. That's pretty much it, and then not converting in tough situations down the stretch.
You mentioned the Denver series. Nobody in the soccer room was ever worried. You still have that same mentality.
Yeah. I mean, everybody. Like I said, if it's a team that can do it, I think it's us. We're built to do that. So I think everybody still got their heads up. I mean, obviously you don't want to go down 0-3, but I mean it's part of life. So, like I said, we're not gonna hang our head about it. We're gonna go out there and fix it.
I like that mentality from Naz.
As a team in this series, what's happening out there? Because it seems like it's been like hot in
I think we just go on stretches where we hit shots, we're playing for each other and things of that nature. I think we just kind of do that throughout the whole game. Offensively and defensively, our defense, we're got to make rotations and be low man and honor everybody's call and things of that nature.
You guys closed out the first quarter pretty well, halftime pretty well, and the third pretty well. What do you think was missing in those final 5 minutes of the fourth?
Like I said, I think we just. I think I missed a 3 and had a couple in and outs. Like we hit some shots, but didn't hit enough. I think. Again, I got to watch the film to see what else, but off the top of my head, that's what I remember.
Ant told us this morning that he was going to come out with more aggression.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel like that helped you guys? It's clear that where he got it going and was able to help you guys cut the gap.
Yeah. I was telling him throughout that little stretchy that he had to just keep going, that he wasn't tired because we need that. I think obviously he's a great player. He's a young player. We've all never been in this situation, but maybe Mike or Kyle. So. I think just learning from those situations and understanding that what it takes to win.
Mike and Kyle was setting up that
here when you've got 2 on the ball and they start hitting threes and then how tough have they been to defend, whether you double Conley on the other big shots or they're just hitting Rudy guard them straight out?
Yeah, Kyrie's Kyrie. Like that's my favorite guard, but obviously everybody knows. What it takes to in this league. Everybody knows what it takes to guard him, and then you have a guy like Luka who he is who he is. So I think it's super tough, but I think we're built for that challenge. I think we're all ready for that, and we're all ready to step up for that.
It seemed when Mike and Kyle were on the floor that you guys were building a way to attack their defense.
Mm-hmm.
you know, that there was a little two-man game, and then you built off that two-man game, and you had some momentum offensively?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was getting everybody involved in the situation. Everybody was tackling, everybody was understanding the assignment. So I think, yeah, that's something that we gotta keep momentum-wise from every group that goes on the floor.
That's energy y'all got from the third. You kind of feel like things were changing.
Yeah, and that's kind of a stretch that we've been, searching for him to have this series. I mean, it'll come. He's in. We're all not really too worried. Like I said, man, if it's any team that can win 4 straight, I think it's us. So.
What makes you have confidence in him?
Oh man, I've been seeing him grow from year 1 to year 4. So I mean, I've seen it all, ups and downs from him, and he hasn't really had too many low moments. So I know for a fact that he's gonna definitely build his confidence, or whatever case may be. I mean, obviously I don't think it's his confidence, but whatever case may be, he's gonna build it and he's gonna come back from it.
Hey man, y'all heard that boy Naz. If anybody can do it, he say it's them, man. Naz been showing up. Already seen this. Naz been showing up this whole series too, bro. I really think they need to start him. They need to start him. Naz been getting great out series. 2 words, Naz Reid. Towns has not been himself. 0 for 8. I don't care what happens as long as y'all don't get swept. Y'all can lose game 5. Just don't get swept. Let's build on something for next year. He said it. Part of life if they get swept. Good perspective. Family and health way more important. Also, those late calls against the Wolves in the first 2 Target Center games, you have to believe someone important or a group of important people got rich in that fix. Got too clever, though. The NBA probably wanted at least a 6-game series. Dude, when they replayed Jaden literally getting fouled and said they couldn't do nothing about it, damn. The officiating make it really hard to want to watch this bullshit anymore. The game is tainted. Both teams were lighting the refs up. Tainted definition. Yeah, I sometimes do feel like the NBA be rigged, man. Yeah, it's fixed. Ask Tim Donaghy. Sorry, this post had the refs give Kyle Anderson another test. Trade Cat and start Naz. Hey, man. Sometimes it does feel like the NBA is a little like, you know what I mean? Like, the calls be very, very questionable, man. I'm gonna reply to him. Who was the dude reffing tonight? Tony Brothers, Tech, Kyle Anderson up, giving the Mavs free points, and some BS foul calls really makes me think that the NBA is rigged sometimes. Hey, that's gonna wrap this one up though, man. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. Let's see if the Wolves can fight back, man. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one, and I'm out.